In Indonesia, a man filmed something mind-blowing. His footage reveals a towering creature striding beneath a waterfall. It moves on two legs, but it's far too massive to be any kind of ape. And let's be honest, Bigfoot in Indonesia? That doesn't quite add up. So the real question is, what exactly did he capture on camera? A kid was helping his dad move an old table out in the woods on their property. They picked it up, carried it a few steps, and that's when things got creepy.
So my dad and I just picked it up. Obviously it was tipped over, of course. And we picked it up under here and we carried it out. And when I flipped it over, guess what I discovered? Holy fucking shit. And I stuck my hands under there. That is freaky.
Crawling underneath was something big, fast, and seriously unsettling. Some believe it was a wolf spider. Others swear it was a dark fishing spider. Either way, it looked like something straight out of a nightmare. Now, while its bite probably wouldn't have caused major harm, just the thought of almost grabbing it with bare hands? Yeah, that's nightmare fuel. Would you have kept your cool or dropped the table and run? While hiking through a remote trail, a man suddenly froze far off in the distance. He spotted a group of figures dressed head to toe in white suits, moving with eerie precision. They were carrying something large, heavy, and completely unidentifiable. Intrigued and unsettled, he pulled out his phone and started recording from a hidden vantage point, careful not to draw attention. To this day, no one knows who those people were or what exactly they were transporting. But one thing is chillingly clear. It was something dangerous and not meant to be seen. While taking a midnight stroll, these guys spotted a woman sitting all by herself in the park.
Hey, Bosom. Yeah, Jesus. Hello? Excuse me. Are you okay? Are you okay? Excuse me. Excuse me? Madam. Sorry. Eh, Buzanya, me wait to Yakapa.
But just as they got closer, she suddenly jerked in a strange, unseen way off camera, but clearly unsettling. Panic hit them like a wave, and they bolted. Some viewers think she was in the middle of a ritual, maybe even witchcraft, while others believe she might have been homeless or under the influence. Whatever the case, the eerie encounter was enough to leave them visibly shaken. While marking the boundaries of their newly purchased 20-acre off-grid property in the remote Arizona desert, a couple stumbled upon something they never expected: eerie and unsettling clues scattered across the barren landscape. It started innocently enough. They found a couple of old pesos lying in the dust. Odd, but not alarming.
Yeah, or you did.
Some sort of swamp.
What is it?
Then came a small child's shoe, partially buried.
So we found a little kid's shoe. We found a little kid's backpack. And we found this bone under that tree.
Who knows, though? Sorry, buddy.
That's when things took a darker turn. Near a tree, they uncovered bones.
I think this is deer.
Those are deer bones? Hope so.
Where is it in clicker?
Doesn't that look like a really clean cut?
Shit, yeah, it does.
One, long and slender, looked disturbingly like a child's femur. Others nearby seemed like they could belong to a deer, though one was cut clean through, raising more questions than answers. A yoga mat, more bones, more questions. The couple, staying temporarily at a nearby RV park, decided to alert local border agents and contact the sheriff's office. The site sits within the harsh Sonoran Desert, a well-known but deadly passage for migrants, many of whom never make it out alive. So far, there's no official word on whether the bones are human, but the evidence is haunting, and the mystery remains unsolved. A group of friends was strolling down a quiet road that cut through the woods when they spotted a crumbling, abandoned house. Drawn by curiosity, they crept up to the doorway, and that's when they saw it. In the center of the ruined room stood a life-sized scarecrow. It wore a spotless black rain jacket, and its face was eerily hidden behind a smooth yellow plastic mask. It didn't look old or weathered. It looked too new. Someone had been there recently. None of them dared to step inside. Was it a twisted prank, or a warning of something much more sinister? While hiking through Pisgah National Forest near Hawkville Mountain, a Reddit user stumbled upon something unsettling. Tucked behind a dead leaf and pinned to a tree was a strange handwritten note covered in cryptic symbols and rambling messages. Disturbed and curious, they snapped a photo and shared it online, hoping someone could make sense of it. They weren't prepared for what came next. Reddit users quickly identified it as a squeal kill note, a bizarre, mysterious type of message that's been popping up in public spaces around Philadelphia for years. These notes are notorious for their chaotic mix of conspiracy theories, religious imagery, coded language, and wild references to everything from the CIA to secret societies. No one knows exactly who's behind them. Some say it's the work of someone battling mental illness. Others think it's protest art, or even a form of underground communication. Whoever the author is, one thing's clear: the messages are strange, unsettling, and unforgettable. While driving home from a hike, a group of friends caught something chilling on camera. A mysterious hand suddenly appears on the windshield, then vanishes without a trace. The rain was pouring, the car was speeding down the road, and yet, somehow, this eerie moment was captured in perfect detail. Skeptics were quick to call it a hoax, until they considered the conditions. Pulling off a fake under that kind of weather and motion? Nearly impossible. Some say it was the spirit of a local legend reaching out. Others still insist it was a well-planned illusion. But one thing's for sure: the footage has never been explained. A curious user recently shared some eerie deer cam footage. The first image seemed normal, but just an hour later, the next shot revealed a chilling 10-degree temperature drop and what looked like a human-shaped figure lurking in the frame. Sudden temperature drops are often linked to paranormal activity, but skeptics say it's likely just a strange coincidence. So what's going on here? A ghostly encounter? Or something with a perfectly logical explanation? The mystery remains up for debate. Brittany Keel from Richmond, Vermont, recently shared a chilling video that's been stirring up debate online. In the clip, eerie sounds can be heard echoing through the stillness of the night, usually around 2:30 a.m., when everything else is silent. While some viewers are convinced it could be cryptids like dogmen lurking in the dark, others argue it's nothing more than nature doing its thing. So, what do you think is really behind these midnight noises? This person shared a bone-chilling trail camera photo that's left the internet buzzing. Captured on a remote mountaintop far from any signs of civilization, the image shows a mysterious figure standing eerily still in the frame. With no clear explanation and no one supposed to be anywhere near the area, the sighting has sparked a wave of wild theories. Some say it's a ghost, others think it's a trespasser. But the most unsettling guesses? Something not quite human and not quite explainable. This eerie photo was snapped by an old neighbor during a visit to friends at Pike Lake in Webster, Wisconsin. According to the uploader, everyone was out kayaking at the time, and they're certain the neighbor doesn't have the know-how to edit photos. Yet, hovering near the lake is a strange, shadowy figure, one that looks far too human-shaped to be dismissed as a random glitch. Coincidence? Or something more unsettling? A Reddit user recently ventured into an abandoned town at night, but what they experienced was nothing short of chilling. Out of the pitch-black silence came the unmistakable sound of children laughing and whispering.
Oigan. Hola. Hoy. Hoy.
Para allá, güey. Yo lo escucho para acá, carnal.
Sí, para allá se escucha, güey. Niña, ¿puedes venir a jugar con nosotros?
Uy, la Choy.
Uy, güey, me
Está hablando, güey.
Está hablando, güey. No mames. Está hablando, güey. Uy, güey, se oyen varios.
In a place long deserted, how could that be possible? Some believe the voices belong to restless spirits, ghosts of the town's former residents echoing through time. Others say it might have been a trick of the wind or a natural illusion. But in that eerie, forgotten town, with darkness closing in from all sides, the supernatural suddenly didn't seem so far-fetched. During a peaceful morning kayaking trip in Florida, this person experienced something unforgettable. As he glided past a thick patch of foliage, he suddenly spotted what looked like a dark face staring back at him from the trees. He couldn't get any closer, and with no clear explanation in sight, he questioned whether it was just pareidolia messing with his mind. Still, the sight was too eerie to ignore, so he snapped a photo and posted it online, hoping someone else could explain the chilling image. Back in 2015, a Reddit user's dad snapped a photo during a school party held deep in the forest. At the time, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But 4 years later, something chilling surfaced. A ghostly, childlike figure lurking in the background. No one at the party remembered seeing this mysterious child, and the uploader began to wonder, could this be the spirit of someone who died in those woods? The eerie figure appears faint and semi-transparent, only adding fuel to the theory that it's something supernatural. One commenter speculated it might just be another kid standing off to the side, pointing out that the children in the foreground seemed to be looking in its direction. But the uploader quickly clarified they were looking at the teacher. What do you think? Ghost, glitch, or something else entirely? While wrapping up his hike along the winding mountain trails, Jason suddenly heard an eerie voice whisper, "Hey!" Thinking someone might be lost or in need of help, he followed the sound deeper into the woods. But instead of finding a person, he stumbled upon something bizarre.
Guys, I don't know what's going on, but I'm up here in the mountains hiking a trail. Rain came in, and I'm on my way back to the parking lot to get to my car. And as I'm walking by, I could have swore I heard something say, "Hey." Figured I better document this. And then I've seen this. It looks like a chimney over there. What is that?
An old, crumbling chimney standing alone with no house or ruins in sight. Just the chimney. And then he heard it again. That's when it hit him. This wasn't someone calling for help.
It's cool. This is neat. I heard it again. Oh, shit!
This was something else. Gripped by a chill that had nothing to do with the weather, Jason turned and bolted, never daring to look back. While hiking alone on a mountain trail, Eric found himself caught on a dark, rain-soaked path as the sun dipped below the horizon. Trying to keep his spirits up, he pulled out his phone and began recording a light-hearted video for his friends. Behind him, in the shadows, a pair of glowing eyes appeared, watching. Eric didn't notice them at the time. He made it back safely, but when he later reviewed the footage, a chilling realization set in. Something had been following him in the darkness. Whether it was an animal or something else, he still doesn't know. While exploring the woods in search of the perfect hunting spot, Cake the Legend 69 snapped a photo that sent chills down her spine. In the background stood a mysterious figure completely alone. She swears it couldn't have been anyone from her group. They were all behind her, scattered in other parts of the forest. Later, they learned that the area was once home to a logging town that mysteriously vanished, leaving behind nothing but 13 forgotten graves with crumbling, time-worn headstones. Was it a glimpse into the paranormal, or is there a chilling but logical explanation lurking in those woods? While hiking near an old, abandoned BBC station that had been shut down since the 70s, a man decided to film a quick video to share with his friends. But when he sent it over, their replies weren't about the view. They were all asking the same thing. What was that strange sound in the background? Curious, he listened back, and this time, he heard it too. To this day, no one knows what it was. Some say it's just a frog croaking. Others swear it's something else, something not alive. YouTube user named Interroller recently visited the historic Manassas battlefield in Virginia.
And they were firing toward the Union Brigade, Cannon Brigade, which was next to the old Henry house. Along here. And old Mrs. Henry, 84 years old, an invalid, in the house. The house was hit by shells and she was of course killed.
Capturing some intriguing footage near the site of the old Henry house. This house, famously tied to the tragic story of 84-year-old Judith Henry, who was bedridden and killed during the Civil War when Union artillery shells struck her home, has long been a site of somber history. While filming near a small black fence marking the graves of Miss Henry and her family, Interroller noticed nothing unusual during the visit. However, upon reviewing the video later, they spotted something spine-chilling. A woman dressed in white, calmly walking along the fence. There were no reenactments or other visitors in the area that day, and the mysterious figure wasn't seen by anyone present during the filming. Skeptics have suggested that the woman could simply be a passerby, but the family behind the video insists she wasn't there at the time. Could this be a ghostly appearance of Miss Henry herself, forever tied to the tragic events of that fateful day? Or is it something more explainable? The debate continues, but one thing's for sure, this eerie sighting has left viewers with chills. While hiking deep in the forest, a man stumbled upon something deeply disturbing. The video begins with him navigating the thick woods when he suddenly comes across several eerie stick crosses and a strange teepee constructed from twisted branches. As he films the scene, his camera pans, and that's when he sees her.
Alright, you guys. So we're back here again, and remember the witch that we found? The witch that we caught on camera? Well, I found where it's been living. There's like crosses and stuff here. It's so creepy. And like logs and stuff, like ceremonial shit. And then there's like a teepee. Like look how fucking crazy this is. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh shit. Oh god.
A woman dressed in white, with long black hair, standing completely still in the shadows. Frozen in fear, he quickly turns and flees the forest. But the question remains, who or what did he encounter that night? While hiking through the rugged trails of California, a man stumbled upon something truly bizarre, and he managed to catch it on camera. In the shaky footage, a dark, hairy humanoid figure can be seen striding uphill, moving smoothly on two legs. Despite the low video quality, the creature bears an uncanny resemblance to the legendary Bigfoot. As it reached the hill's peak, it disappeared from view, leaving the stunned hiker questioning what he had just witnessed. Considering California has long been a Bigfoot hotspot with a rising number of reported sightings, some believe this could be yet another encounter with the elusive beast. This man was left shaken after reviewing the CCTV footage from a shed-mounted camera aimed at his cabin's kitchen. While he and his wife were upstairs, the camera recorded something chilling. A shadowy figure moving silently from right to left. The couple was supposed to be alone, so who or what was in their kitchen? One night, a homeowner was startled by strange noises coming from the back of their house. Curious and a little unnerved, they checked their security camera footage. Sure enough, it had picked up something. Later, another camera captured the same chilling sound. At first, it could have been dismissed as a mountain lion or some other wild animal. But the homeowner insisted they'd lived there for years and had never heard anything like it before. Animal or something far more unsettling, no one knows for sure. But one thing's certain, hearing that noise in the dead of night is pure nightmare fuel. In 2008, 4 friends set off on a trip to the woods. One night, while hanging out in their remote rental cabin and playing Wii Sports, they decided to film themselves having fun. But what the camera captured was anything but fun. As they laughed and played, a nearly transparent figure suddenly flashed past the window behind them, completely unnoticed at the time. It wasn't someone casually walking by. It looked more like a ghostly presence that materialized out of thin air. The creepiest part? They were miles from anyone, and supposedly alone. Whatever else happened on that trip remains a mystery, but that eerie footage is enough to send chills down your spine. YouTuber Mortis the Wizard recently ventured deep into the woods after receiving a chilling tip from a former satanic cult member and a local farmer. They warned him about a terrifying location known as the Circle of Lucifer, a place said to be the site of frequent satanic rituals and human sacrifices. When Mortis finally reached the spot, what he discovered was nothing short of horrifying. Scattered around were what looked like human remains, a spine, an arm, and even a hand, with fingers frozen in a disturbing curl. While he tried to convince himself they might be animal bones, the sinister atmosphere and eerie silence made it hard to believe they weren't something far worse. According to the tip, sacrifices were said to occur monthly, possibly even more often, and judging by the number of bones littering the area, this creepy clearing lived up to its terrifying reputation. One night, Reddit user Batman Evans was jolted by strange, unsettling noises echoing from the next room. At first, it was just odd creaks and murmurs, but then came the heavy thumping against the wall. As the sounds grew louder and more frantic, curiosity quickly turned into fear. Unsure of what was unfolding just feet away, they made the tough call to contact emergency services for a wellness check. What they discovered was both haunting and heartbreaking. The neighbor had been trapped in a terrifying sleep paralysis episode, likely triggered by the emotional weight of a recent family tragedy. Let's hope they found some peace since that chilling night. In early April 2024, TikTok user Scaredbugs set out on a bold adventure, exploring a notorious cave on a scorching hot day. The cave had a chilling reputation. Locals claimed eerie noises often echoed from its depths. Intrigued and eager to uncover the mystery, he ventured inside.
Ah, c'è qualcuno? Ehi! Allora, è veramente impressionante. E poi è scavata come una bara. Ed è scavata dall'uomo, vedete? A picconate proprio. È strettissima.
As he stepped further in, an unsettling whistling sound filled the air, sending shivers down his spine.
È angustissima. Angustissima. Io mi fermerò a un certo punto perché non ce la faccio se tu... Merda. No. Aiuto.
But despite the eerie atmosphere, he eventually emerged from the cave unnerved, yet completely unharmed. A homeowner living deep in the woods set up a security camera, hoping to capture footage of local wildlife. But what the camera recorded was something far more unsettling. The footage revealed a ghostly, semi-transparent figure moving at an inhuman speed, far faster than anyone could run. Yet, when slowed down, the figure had the unmistakable shape of a person. Who or what was out there in the dead of night, sprinting through the isolated forest? Could it have been a lost traveler, a restless spirit, or something even more mysterious? Perhaps a cryptid lurking in the shadows? While staying at the famously haunted Hotel Monteleone, a woman had a chilling experience she'll never forget. As she stood quietly in the hallway, something in the distance caught her eye, a young boy, eerily still, just standing at the far end of the corridor. Locals whisper of a tragic spirit said to roam these halls. A little boy who appears only to motherly figures. According to legend, he died of illness with no one, especially not his mother, by his side. They say he's still searching for the comfort he was cruelly denied. Was this just a shadow playing tricks? Or a heartbroken soul still clinging to the world he left behind? A Reddit user recently shared a photo that sent chills down the spines of everyone who saw it. At first glance, everything looked normal until you noticed the background. Near the doorway lurked a strange, eerie figure that defied easy explanation. Some brushed it off as an oddly shaped person, or maybe even the hind leg of an animal. but others saw something far darker, a shadowy presence, or the haunting outline of a body being dragged. What was caught in this image, and could it be something sinister? This eerie video, originally posted on Reddit by user Elon Spectre Doctor, has left viewers deeply unsettled. In the footage, a cyclist navigates a pitch-black forest at night, only to stumble upon a pale, unclothed humanoid figure. The cyclist notices the figure, but seems too terrified to approach it, let alone check if it's okay. With almost no context provided, Reddit commenters have been buzzing with theories. Could this be a person in distress, a sleepwalker, or perhaps something more paranormal? What's your take on this chilling clip? During the summer of 2011, a group of friends set out for a camping trip in the remote mountains of Utah, eager for days of fishing and target shooting. But their adventure took a chilling turn. As they explored deeper into the forest, they spotted movement among the trees. What they saw left them frozen in place. A large, mysterious creature, covered in brown hair, lurking just beyond their reach. Before they could get a closer look, it vanished into the dense wilderness, leaving behind only questions. To this day, they've never seen it again. While exploring a dense forest at night, a man couldn't shake the eerie feeling that he wasn't alone. The air felt heavy, charged with something unseen. But it wasn't until he reviewed his footage later that the true horror set in.
Any spirits in these woods? Spirits in these woods. Any spirits in these woods?
A strange wisp of smoke darted past the camera too fast, too defined to be just mist. Slowing it down, his blood ran cold. It wasn't smoky at all. It was a pale, ghostly figure, moving at impossible speed, as if it were riding a bike. Could this be the spirit of a long-lost cyclist, still racing through the night? Late one night, a woman was out for a walk near her home when she spotted something so strange that she pulled out her phone to record it. The eerie footage shows outdoor fitness equipment moving on its own, with no one in sight. Some viewers are convinced it's just clever video editing, while others wonder how such flawless synchronization could be faked. Mechanical malfunctions are rare, but the way these machines move in perfect harmony has fueled wild speculation. Is this an elaborate hoax or chilling proof of something paranormal? After receiving chilling tips from viewers, a team of investigators arrives at an abandoned farm with a dark past. The original family vanished without a trace, and ever since, locals have reported eerie whispers and shadowy figures moving through the decaying house. As they prepare to enter, they briefly film an upstairs window that many claim hides something unnatural. Once inside, they carefully set up their equipment.
Stop. Dude, what was that?
A table jerks violently across the room. Panic sets in. Was something lurking in the shadows of the farm? Or was it all an elaborate hoax? The truth remains buried in mystery. This person captured a bone-chilling moment outside their home, deep in the woods. After hearing eerie, unfamiliar noises, they grabbed a camera and started recording. At first, everything seemed normal, just the quiet, empty darkness. But then, for a fleeting second, a pair of glowing eyes pierced through the night before vanishing without a trace. Was it just an animal reflecting the light? Or something far more unsettling lurking in the shadows? While staying at a secluded bungalow, Carrie decided to take her dog for a familiar stroll through the forest. A path she had walked countless times before. But this time, something felt different. A sudden, chilling scream tore through the dense undergrowth, unlike anything she had ever heard. Her dog's ears perked up, his body tense before he erupted into frantic barking, fixated on the unseen source of the sound. A shiver ran down Carrie's spine. Heart pounding, she called him back. Her voice barely steady. Then, through the eerie silence that followed, came something even more unsettling. The words were distant yet unmistakable, distorted as if carried by the wind. Panic tightened around her chest. After what felt like an eternity, her dog finally returned unharmed, but visibly uneasy. Without hesitation, Carrie turned back, practically dragging him along. As she hurried away, the ghostly voice still echoed faintly behind her. While exploring the vast emptiness of the desert, a Reddit user stumbled upon something unexpected. A dusty journal half buried in the sand. At first glance, it seemed like nothing more than a forgotten stack of college notes. But when they turned to the last page, everything changed. There, written in shaky handwriting, was a heartfelt thank you and an emotional farewell to someone who had made college unforgettable. Below was a list of people to contact, and all of the person's passwords on the back. 3 names were mentioned, individuals seemingly tied to the story. It read less like an ending to a class project and more like a final goodbye. Many believed it was a suicide note. Shaken, the Redditor contacted the authorities, hoping they had just uncovered the missing piece in a cold case no one had solved until now. While walking past an old, crumbling building in the Scottish countryside, a group of men suddenly heard loud, echoing bangs coming from the back. Intrigued and a little spooked, they crept around to investigate. But when they got there, nothing. Not a soul in sight. One of the men stood still, eyes scanning the eerie silence. That's when it happened.
You think it's a ghost?
It is a ghost.
It's just a wind.
Wait. Must be a ghost.
No, it's a wind.
No, it's a ghost.
Let's go. It's a fucking ghost.
There's nothing else there. Yeah, what else could it be?
Strangely, the trees stood perfectly still, with no breeze, no rustling leaves, and no sign of wind at all. So what was it? A restless spirit lingering in the shadows, just as they feared, or something else entirely? Friends were filming themselves rapping deep in the forest when things suddenly took a wild turn.
পুরি বাইকর টাইট গান শর্ট গান হাতে লইয়া চল গলিতে গলিতে পোলা পাইট করে সর গেজা পড়তে গেলে হেলায় সব দেয় তোর তার চিরা মাথা গরম আমার পিস্তল লোড আবার বাড়ি পুরা ঢাকা আসি মুট ফির ডোট বয়স যখন 1-8
Out of nowhere, a furious swarm of bees launched a full-on attack. Chaos. In a situation like that, if you don't move fast, you're in danger. Thankfully, they managed to escape without any major injuries, but it took them a while before they could even recover their phone. Nature wasn't playing around. Sunshineable was out in the woods filming a fun TikTok video to showcase her outfit when something chilling happened.
Nope, 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 nope.
As she danced and twirled, her camera unknowingly captured a dark, shadowy figure lurking in the background, covered in black fur, watching her intently. Before she could even process what she'd seen, the figure quickly vanished into the trees. Panicking, Sunshineable snatched up her phone and bolted, heart racing. Some believe the mysterious figure could be a juvenile Bigfoot, while others think it's just someone in a costume playing a prank. Given Sunshineable's reputation for creating authentic, unstaged content, many are left wondering, is this an eerie encounter caught on camera, or just another trick of the woods? The truth remains a mystery. On February 10th, 2012, a group of hikers ventured deep into the snowy forests of Finland. As they made their way along a remote trail, a chilling metallic hum suddenly echoed through the air, not from the woods around them, but from above.
Mistä vitusta toi tulee?
The sound was eerie, mechanical, and unlike anything they had ever heard. Frozen in place, the hikers recorded the bizarre noise as it droned on for nearly 10 minutes. It didn't match any known animal, machine, or natural phenomenon. To this day, no one knows what caused it, and the mystery remains unsolved. While strolling through the garden of his apartment complex, the man casually snapped a few photos, just testing the shutter sound, clicking without much thought or focus. He wasn't trying to capture anything special, but out of the 5 shots he took, one image stood out, and not in a good way. Something or someone appeared in the frame. He hadn't noticed anything strange at the time. No movement, no figures lurking in the background. So what was it? Just pareidolia messing with his mind? Or had he accidentally captured something far more unsettling? A man stumbled upon something strange tucked away inside a tree, and instead of investigating further, he pulled out his phone and started filming. Rather than exploring nearby trees, he uploaded the video online, joking that he might have uncovered a leprechaun's secret stash. After all, Irish legends say leprechauns hide their gold deep in forests or at the end of rainbows. But something about this felt different, like someone hid it there for a reason only they understand. What was it? While hiking through Queensland, Australia, a man came across a parked car and noticed something bizarre. A massive, greasy handprint smeared across the back window. What caught his attention wasn't just the size, but the strange, oily residue, something often linked to the elusive Yowie, Australia's answer to Bigfoot. Even weirder, the thumb sat unusually low, more like an ape's hand than a human's. In one of the photos, a regular human hand can be seen for scale, and while it's not crystal clear, the size difference is hard to ignore. With similar mysterious prints reported all over the world, it's enough to make you wonder, what left that mark? An explorer recently ventured into an abandoned building near a cemetery, and what he found nearly made his heart stop.
I don't know if I should say anything just yet, but look.
At first glance, it looked like something straight out of a horror movie. A half-open coffin resting in the middle of the room, with what appeared to be a freshly deceased body inside. For a moment, he was frozen in disbelief. Was this real? Turns out it wasn't. The entire setup was an insanely detailed prank, designed to terrify anyone bold enough to step inside. And honestly, it worked. Even he had to admit it had him fooled for a second. Still, props to whoever pulled this off, and wish him luck, because he's still exploring the place. A cemetery groundskeeper recently shared a chilling discovery that has the internet buzzing. According to him, a fellow employee stumbled upon something deeply unsettling on the far western edge of the graveyard, a strange, foul-smelling object tucked away near a tree. While some coworkers felt an eerie discomfort, Odin's Raven believed the item had spiritual weight and should be left alone. Then another Redditor weighed in with a theory that sent shivers down spines. The object might be part of a dark ritual. They claimed it contained a bird's heart and liver, mixed with feces, all wrapped in a sock that belonged to someone buried nearby. Piercing the sock were two knives, one allegedly used to kill the bird, the other to pin the soul. The purpose? One knife to bind the person's spirit to the cemetery, the other to cut their connection to the afterlife. In short, they believed this was a curse meant to trap a soul on Earth and doom it to eternal unrest. Could this be the real reason behind the strange artifact? Or is it just internet lore gone too far? The video opens on a chilling shot, a tombstone marked Maria Melgar, with a cross eerily formed from punched-out holes. The cameraman and his friend exchange uneasy glances, wondering what was once placed there. As the camera slowly pans back, one of them points to a grave in the distance, his brother's final resting place. But then they see it.
What the hell? Since when are the Mormons in a Christian graveyard? No, this isn't a Christian graveyard. What the hell is that? What the hell is he doing over there, though? Why is he right in front of my brother's grave?
A tall, slender figure in a suit, motionless in front of the grave, faceless, silent, watching. What happened next? No one truly knows. Amy Pendleton from New Hampshire believes she may have captured something truly eerie on camera at the infamous Gilson Cemetery in Nashua, a place long wrapped in ghost stories and local legends. In a TikTok video she posted, a 360-degree scan of the graveyard reveals a strange, shadowy figure lurking nearby.
Do me a favor, go to Google Maps right now from wherever you are. Put in Gilson Cemetery, Nashua, New Hampshire. It is a historical site, rumored to be haunted, blah, blah. Go on Street View, take a 360, and take a little stroll down the road. Just look. There's a ghost right there.
Some skeptics shrug it off as a blurry passerby, but Amy can't shake the feeling that it might be something more, something supernatural. Gilson Cemetery has long been the center of chilling tales, whispers of a ghostly woman in white, the cries of a wandering baby, and now, possibly, a new spirit caught on film. This eerie photo was snapped on June 29, 2013, at exactly 8:02 a.m. by a motion-activated trail camera. In the frame, a tall, shadowy figure stands upright near a hunting blind, appearing in just one shot, then vanishing from others taken just minutes apart. That rules out tricks of light or drifting shadows. Whatever it was, it moved. Enhanced images show what looks like broad shoulders, defined chest muscles, and even bare patches on the face. Using 3 different measurement methods, experts estimate its height between 6.6 and 6'10". Too tall for your average person, but right in line with something else. Could this be a Sasquatch? What else fits the bill? Kuheli ignited a fiery debate online after posting a clip from Loon Season 7, claiming it might show Bigfoot caught on camera.
Thought I heard something.
We gotta get the hell moving. We gotta get the hell moving. We gotta get the hell moving.
Some viewers insist it's nothing more than an elk, citing what looks like a white rump, but others aren't so sure, arguing the creature's gait is way too primate-like to dismiss. The problem? The figure stays just far enough away to keep the mystery alive, fueling speculation rather than settling it. Tempo Off-Road recently shared a mysterious trail camera photo from an elderly family member in Kentucky, and it's got the internet buzzing. Some swear it's Bigfoot, others argue it's a skunk ape. But here's the twist. The creature looks eerily like a regular gorilla. And last we checked, gorillas don't just wander the woods of Kentucky. So what is it? A cryptid? Or an escaped zoo animal? In 2018, a woman snapped an eerie photo in her backyard in Boone, North Carolina. The image shows a tall humanoid figure partially concealed by trees, almost blending seamlessly with the forest. For many, this unsettling photo only adds fuel to the fire of growing evidence suggesting the existence of elusive forest dwellers. However, one sharp-eyed observer noticed something strange. A center line running down the figure's body that looks strikingly like the seam of a zipper. Could this be proof of a mysterious creature or just someone in a suit? At first glance, this 2007 photo taken near Nashville, Tennessee, seems like a charming snapshot of 2 young friends casually strolling down a serene, tree-lined path. But upon closer inspection, something eerie emerges. Just ahead of the children, a faint, ghostly figure resembling a child appears to materialize from the mist. Some even claim there's another shadowy presence lurking further down the road. With the land once home to a plantation before the Civil War, the chilling question remains. Could these mysterious figures be lingering spirits from a troubled past that simply refuse to fade away? While hiking along a serene trail in the heart of Essex Village, a man was simply recording the peaceful beauty of nature. However, when he later watched the footage, something unsettling caught his eye. For a brief moment, a ghostly, smoke-like figure materialized in the frame, its head and hands faintly visible before vanishing into the air. Locals are speculating that it could be the legendary village spirit, a figure deeply woven into the village's folklore. But is this a genuine paranormal encounter? Or could there be a more logical explanation lurking just beneath the surface? One fateful night, Deep in the heart of Mexico's dense wilderness, a lone hiker stumbled upon an unsettling sight. As he navigated through the dark, whispering woods, something caught his eye high up in the trees. There, amidst the shadows, loomed a figure that appeared disturbingly human. Yet something about it was undeniably off. What did he truly witness that night? Was it a fleeting glimpse of something otherworldly lurking in the treetops? Or was it merely an elaborate trick designed to send chills down his spine? It was a quiet night, just a group of friends unwinding, when something eerie broke the calm.
What is that? Guys, what is... what the...
Emerging from the darkness was a face pale, hairless, and unmistakably not human. The tension was thick, hearts pounding, but then, without warning, the footage cuts. No explanation, no clue. What happened next? That's a mystery that still sends chills down their spines. While walking along an old, abandoned railroad track with her brother and his girlfriend's family, a woman snapped a simple photo. But when she looked at it later, something chilling caught her eye. In the top right corner of the image, several shadowy figures appeared that looked like they were walking straight toward the group. No one remembered seeing anyone else out there. And these figures? They weren't just eerie, they looked wrong, dark, distorted, and not human. A backpacker once shared a chilling video from the DeSoto mine in Arizona, calling it the creepiest place they'd ever explored.
I really hope it's not my eyes playing with me, but
At the time, all they could hear was the steady drip of water echoing through the empty tunnels. But when they reviewed the footage later, they were stunned to hear something else. The unmistakable sound of footsteps on wood in a place that was completely deserted. That eerie moment was enough to make them turn back, cutting their exploration short as the mine's unsettling vibe grew too intense to ignore. Back in 2003, Jay had a photo snapped by a friend during a visit to Pyramid Lake. Years later, while looking through old memories, they noticed something chilling, which appears to be the faint figure of a little girl in the background. Some swear it's evidence of something paranormal, especially considering Pyramid Lake's long-standing reputation for eerie happenings. Others brush it off as a trick of the light or a camera glitch. But the figure is so eerily clear, so human, that it's hard not to ask, was it just a coincidence? While hiking through a remote, unfamiliar forest, a backpacker stumbled upon something utterly baffling.
Привет, парни, я тут в шоке. Решил прогуляться по территории. Посмотрите, какой забор. Вот это забор. Я просто в ахуе. Сейчас покажу еще. Вот это забор. Вон он кончается. И вон там кончается. Вон угол.
A massive wall rising out of the wilderness with no warning, no signs, and no explanation. It seemed to stretch endlessly, untouched by time or reason. Just the sight of it sent chills down his spine, reminding many online of something straight out of the Truman Show. What was its purpose? Who built it? Why here, in the middle of nowhere? The mystery has ignited wild speculation. And if we only knew its exact location, we might finally uncover the truth behind this eerie enigma. Back in 2012 or 2013, a group of friends decided to add a little thrill to their Halloween by joining a ghost tour at the historic and notoriously haunted Concordia Cemetery. At one point during the tour, they stopped to snap a group photo. Their guide kindly offered to take the shot while they posed ahead under the eerie glow of the cemetery lights. That night, as they reviewed the pictures back at home, one friend's sister noticed something that made her blood run cold. In the background of their group photo was a shadowy figure wearing a hat, seemingly strolling right past them. The strange part? No one had seen anyone near them when the photo was taken. Terrified, she demanded they leave immediately. And when she showed the picture to the rest of the group, their excitement quickly turned to dread. From that night on, they made a pact. No more ghost tours. Was it just a random person they somehow didn't notice? Or did they unknowingly capture something far more chilling, something not meant to be seen? In 2014, two young women set out on the treacherous Kalalau Trail in Hawaii, unaware of the ordeal that awaited them. Midway through the hike, the weather took a dangerous turn. Rain poured down, flooding the trail and making the terrain slick and perilous. With no phone service and rising rivers blocking their path, they were forced to brave the night in the heart of the jungle. Just when hope seemed to fade, the distant thump of a helicopter echoed through the trees. Miraculously, the rescuers spotted the white towels the women had hung up to dry as an improvised signal that saved their lives. They were airlifted to safety, a powerful reminder that preparation and quick thinking can mean the difference between disaster and rescue in the wild. While exploring the infamous zombie road alone, a man couldn't shake the eerie feeling that he was being watched. This stretch of road has long been shrouded in dark legends, once home to an orphanage that tragically burned down in the early 1900s. Many believe the spirits of the children who perished in that fire still linger there, and countless visitors have reported chilling encounters with ghostly figures. As the sun began to set, the man decided to snap a photo of the fading light filtering through the trees. But this was before digital cameras, so he wouldn't see what he captured until the film was developed days later. When he finally did, his blood ran cold because staring back at him were shadowy shapes that looked an awful lot like children. Could this be proof that the lost souls of Zombie Road are still watching? TikTok user Tia Langley and her friends decided to explore using the mysterious Randonautica app, which led them to an eerie, abandoned location. Tia filmed the entire adventure, but things took a chilling turn fast. Take a look.
What? Are your brights on? Can you turn your brights on? Oh shit, no, there's like a big pool of water over there. Yeah, don't go over there. Just stay here. Don't move. Should we get out? Yeah, we should. Holy fucking shit! Go! Stop, just go, just leave. Go, 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 go! That was someone on the other side! That was someone on the
In part 2 of the video, the terrifying truth unfolded. A group of men suddenly appeared out of nowhere, slamming on the car doors and chasing the group in a heart-pounding scene. Trapped in a truly unsettling situation, Tia and her friends were left shaken, haunted by one question: what would have happened if they had stepped out of the car? On July 2nd, 2020, what started as an ordinary drive for Chisa quickly took a chilling turn.
Padre cielo que estás en lo nuestro.
While trailing another car, something strange caught their eye. A mysterious figure with glowing eyes seemed to be peering out from the trunk. Gripped by curiosity and unease, Kisa instinctively pulled out their phone and started recording, desperate to capture the eerie sight. As the video came to a close, a distressed sound, presumably from Kisa, echoed through, hinting at the fear and confusion they felt in that moment. Since then, the video has gone viral, sparking countless theories online. But despite all the speculation, The truth behind what Kisa saw remains a haunting mystery. YouTuber Michael Luzzi recently revisited Split Rock Road in New Jersey, a place where he once had a chilling encounter. As he stood in the eerie silence of the woods, something caught his eye.
For here, so. Oh, what is that light?
Oh, there's a light over there.
Yo, what the hell? What is that? Yo! Yo! Oh, nah.
What's talking about this?
Alright, guys, so I'm gonna go down here real quick and see what is down here.
Two mysterious lights appeared, one hovering high in the trees, the other closer to the ground. They moved in strange, unnatural ways, almost as if they were alive. Then, things took an even darker turn.
Literally standing right there, 370Z. I'm literally sitting there like this, just chilling, and then something behind me, I don't know. That noise is coming from over here more. That noise is literally coming from somewhere over here.
How do you want to know what it is?
I don't know, that noise is definitely coming from over here somewhere. Honestly, what the fuck? That's that person. That's the person from last go.
Get out of here, bro.
Go, just dip. I don't know what the hell that was, bro.
Out of the shadows, a faint figure began to take shape. It looked like a person only, not quite. Terrified, Lucy bolted back to his car, heart pounding, unsure of what he'd just seen. To this day, the ghostly lights and the shadowy figure remain a disturbing mystery. While combing through footage from his trail cam, a Virginia hunter discovered something chilling and eerie. An almost translucent figure that resembles either a ghostly child or some unknown creature stalking the forest. Some skeptics chalk it up to moonlight playing tricks on the lens, but others? They're not so sure. Is this spine-tingling image actual proof of the paranormal? Or just a creepy coincidence captured at the perfect moment? While walking down an abandoned road in rural Japan, something strange suddenly caught his eye.
Okay, that's weird, right? Why is it moving?
Yeah. Can we go? Why is it doing
You guys
that?
not see that down there?
What?
Right
Shut
there.
up. I'm not gonna look.
There's nothing.
Okay, why is it still moving?
Can we go? I'm legitimately running and getting out of here. I don't understand. I'm gonna look this up. And
Oh, maybe there's some. Wait. Still, no, it's not. It's cut there, so they shouldn't be, right? I don't know.
It wasn't windy. The forest was dead still, except for that one tree shifting unnaturally, like it was alive. He pulled out his phone to look it up. Nothing made sense. The movement didn't stop. Some nearby locals later said they'd never seen anything like it. Ever. One theory points to Kodama, ancient tree spirits from Japanese folklore said to dwell in strong, sacred forests. Others say it could be something more scientific, like unique oscillation frequencies or shifting roots triggered by subtle seismic tremors, which are common in Japan. But given how close they were to the infamous Aokigahara forest, known for its chilling past and eerie silence, no theory brought much comfort. The image of that lone twitching tree among a forest of stillness was enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Would you have kept walking? After a car accident, a man snapped a quick photo to document the damage. But when he later brightened the image to get a clearer look, he saw something that made his blood run cold. Sitting in the driver's seat, clear as day, was a terrifying figure with glowing eyes and a monstrous, twisted face. The image sent chills down the spines of those who saw it. Many believe it wasn't just a trick of the light, but a sinister spirit, perhaps even the cause of the crash. Strangely, this isn't the first time eerie entities have been spotted inside wrecked cars, leading some to wonder, are these supernatural forces hiding in plain sight waiting to strike? Allie stood exactly where they had buried the doll, Mary. The air was suffocating, thick with something unnatural, and there she was, Mary.
No way. Bro. There's like overgrowth on her and everything. She's right there. Mary's right there. Patty. What does that mean? What does Patty mean? She's gonna say one more thing and I'm getting out of here. Like, I don't feel safe here.
Her porcelain face peeked out from a blanket of overgrown weeds, as if the earth itself had tried and failed to silence her. She hadn't moved, yet somehow she was watching. Then came the whisper. Patty. Allie froze. That name. He didn't recognize it. Who was Patty? He glanced down. The soil was no longer untouched. It was torn, scraped, like something had clawed its way up from underneath. And just beneath the wind, a chilling sound floated into the background of the footage. Soft, echoing laughter. A child's cry. Faint, haunting. Ally didn't hear it clearly, but deep down, he knew. Mary wasn't finished. And this time, he had to end her. For good. Silent 9mm posted a photo that's blowing minds. A gigantic footprint his mom found on their roof. The print, with 4 huge toes and an unusually large size, instantly sparked Bigfoot rumors. But here's the twist. Even if it were human, who walks barefoot on a roof? And the weirdest part? There was only one footprint. Just a single, massive step, and nothing else. On December 24th, 2024, Reddit user +song2293 posted a captivating video that quickly stirred up a storm of curiosity. The footage shows a glowing orb gliding low over the mountains of Cali, Colombia, shimmering with lights as it moves through the sky.
Mire esa, mírelo acá, rápido, mírelo acá.
While some viewers dismissed it as a half-deflated mylar balloon catching the sunlight just right, others weren't so sure, sparking speculation that it might be something far more mysterious. Known for its breathtaking landscapes, Cali has now found itself at the center of the latest UFO buzz. While hiking deep in an isolated forest, one man stumbled upon a spine-chilling sight, scattered bones on the ground, with a single shoe still attached, giving the disturbing impression of human remains. But here's where it gets even creepier. The person who posted the photo never mentioned alerting the authorities, and no follow-up was ever shared. The eerie setting and total radio silence only fuel the mystery. But take a closer look, and something doesn't sit right. Are these human bones? Or did someone stage a cruel hoax, stuffing animal bones into a shoe just to terrify unsuspecting hikers? While caving with a group, one man found himself trapped in a terrifying predicament. As he ventured deeper into a narrow passage, he became wedged so tightly that he couldn't move no matter how hard he tried. The situation quickly worsened when water started pouring into the cramped space, rising steadily around him. Panic set in as he urgently shouted to his partner outside the passage for help. His partner, struggling against the current and the growing pressure, fought to free him, but it was no easy task. The water kept rising, and time was running out. After what felt like an eternity, with tension mounting and the water creeping higher, the partner managed to pull him out, saving him just in the nick of time. After a peaceful day of fishing, the man decided to stop by a nearby public restroom, but the moment he stepped inside, something jolted him.
Yo, what the f- What the? Bro. There's nobody in here.
The place was empty. Not a soul in sight. Just silence. He stood frozen, heart pounding. That scream he just heard, it was real. Too loud, too clear to be a trick of the mind. and yet no one was there. A guy went out magnet fishing one afternoon expecting the usual pile of rusty junk, and for the most part, that's exactly what he got. But then, something strange surfaced. He dragged up an old knife, still tucked inside its weathered sheath, like it hadn't seen daylight in decades. Creepy, but nothing compared to what came next. On his final toss, he reeled in what looked like an ordinary stick, until he saw what was tied to it. A disturbingly lifelike doll, its face covered in needles, like some kind of twisted voodoo ritual piece. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, there was a small, transparent bag fastened to the doll's back. He had no idea what it was, but the whole thing gave him chills. Uneasy and spooked, he packed up and left in a hurry, only to realize he'd wandered into a nearby cemetery, alone, lost, and more terrified than ever. Thankfully, after what felt like forever, he managed to find his way out. Around 7:21 a.m., while photographing the still waters of the Thames, a Reddit user's brother's partner, an experienced photographer, captured something eerie. In the image, a faint human-like figure appeared in the water. She was adamant that no one was there when she took the shot. Had there been, she wouldn't have even pressed the shutter. At first, the photographer thought it might just be a duck or a swan, but both she and her partner confirmed no birds, no people, nothing was there. And yet, the strange figure lingered in the photo, unexplained. While exploring a beach in Kauai, a Reddit user and their friend Amber stumbled upon something unexpected. Right where Amber was standing, the sand sloped down into what looked like a sharp corner, almost like the edge of a buried wall, or possibly even a door.
Cool, so at the edge where Amber's feet are though, kind of, it goes into a corner. A what, Amber? Corner. Like a corner? So we don't know if it's like a door or what, but we haven't found the end of it. And all we have is that shovel. And it's deep. We have is that shovel in our hands, and it's taking a while. We're trying to see if we see any writing on it or something. Nothing yet. We need a big ass shovel. But this is pretty cool though, I mean. Yeah.
They couldn't find the end of it. All they had was a single shovel and determination. After hours of digging, the massive concrete structure still refused to reveal its bottom. As the sun began to set, they had to stop, leaving only a small part visible above the sand. No markings, no symbols, no clues, just a giant, mysterious object buried on the beach, its purpose and origin completely unknown. Got any theories? Drop them in the comments. We're dying to know what you think this could be. While hiking the Appalachian Trail in North Carolina, a woman paused to snap a quick photo of the morning fog illuminated by the rising sun. Everything seemed calm, quiet, even peaceful. But when she later looked at the picture, something chilling caught her eye. Through the mist, barely visible, was the silhouette of a figure standing alone on the trail. She was sure no one had been ahead of her. The path had been silent, deserted. So, who or what was out there that morning? This guy was exploring Pocomog Forest, one of the most haunted places in America, infamous for its eerie history of vanishings and unsolved murders. While filming and talking about the forest, he suddenly got that spine-tingling sensation, like he wasn't alone. Then, it happened.
Algo hay aquí porque nomás de repente es un silencio total. ¿Oyeron? ¿Oyeron?
Right behind him, something, or someone, seemed to be moving in the trees. He never turned around. He never found out what was lurking out there that day. And honestly, maybe that's what saved him. Late one night, deep in the Appalachian region, a woman and her child were startled by strange, unexplainable sounds echoing from their yard.
I just heard some really strange noises outside, so I'm just gonna take a quick look. I live in Appalachia, so this is probably not a great idea. What is that? I don't even know. I guess I'll just take a quick look.
Curiosity tugged at her, but caution lingered in her mind. Still, she grabbed her phone and stepped outside. At first, nothing seemed out of place. But then, something caught her eye. The air around her felt heavy, like it was holding its breath.
I don't even know. I guess I'll just take a quick look.
Where did that skull go?
There's a skull there? Oh my gosh. What the heck? Why is there a skull here? Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh, I gotta get back inside.
Without waiting to learn more, she bolted back inside, slammed the door, and locked it tight. Had someone deliberately placed the skull there to scare her? Or was something far more sinister unfolding in the shadows of the Appalachians that night? While hiking deep in the mountains, this person stumbled upon something truly chilling, a forgotten clearing hidden far from any trail, filled with weathered graves dating back to the 1800s. Even more disturbing, most of the headstones belonged to children. Why were these graves placed in such a remote, isolated spot? And what tragic event could have claimed the lives of so many young souls all at once? While hiking the Appalachian Trail, a Reddit user stumbled upon something truly bizarre, a pair of wings, likely from a pileated woodpecker, tied together with fishing line. They weren't just discarded on the forest floor, they were fastened to a pine cone and wedged carefully into the trunk of a tree. It didn't feel like a random discovery, it felt deliberate. Was it part of some strange ritual? A warning left behind? The mystery was as unsettling as it was fascinating. While cruising through a forest trail on his bike, this man stumbled into something straight out of a nightmare, a booby trap.
Sérieux, une herse accrochée à un arbre, mais c'est quoi ce bordel? Ah putain, regardez-moi cette installation de fou, sérieux. Et merde! Non! Me dis pas que je suis filmé! Ah putain, allez, heureusement que j'ai toujours mes petits gadgets avec moi. Hop là! Viens par là, toi. Voilà, ça t'apprendra à me filmer. Putain. Sérieux, mais faut vraiment être un fou pour faire ce genre de piège. Hein. Putain. Bon, je vais vite couper ça. Ça évitera que quelqu'un d'autre se le prenne. Tic. Voilà. Là, tu me feras plus chier. Ah. Oh putain. Allez.
Deliberately set up right on the path. The big question is, why would someone do this? Some believe he may have unknowingly ridden onto private property, and the trap was a cruel way to keep bikers out. That theory alone is chilling. Others think it was all staged for internet clout, a viral stunt gone too far. Let's hope that's the case, because sadly, this isn't the first time something this unsettling has happened in the woods. A Reddit user recently recounted a chilling experience from their friend's remote home in the Appalachian Mountains. A man had been staying there when things took a strange turn. For 3 nights in a row, at exactly 3:18 a.m., there were 3 distinct knocks on the front door each time, without fail. The dogs would erupt in a frenzy, barking at something unseen. And then, just as suddenly, everything would go dead silent. An overwhelming sense of being watched crept in, lingering even during the day. On the 3rd night, his friend decided to snap a photo outside. When they adjusted the lighting, the image didn't offer much clarity, but one thing was certain. There was something out there. Something watching. Something waiting. But what was it? Adrian Montenegro. 02 thought he was just capturing a wholesome family moment during a trip to the mountains near Monterrey, Mexico. The video shows a peaceful scene, someone gently swinging surrounded by nature. But when the family watched the footage later, they noticed something chilling.
No bajen los pies.
In the background, a pale, human-like figure can be seen lurking near the tree line, barely moving, almost like it was watching them, or hiding. Since the clip was posted, viewers have gone wild with theories. Some are convinced it's a skinwalker straight out of native folklore, while others believe it might just be a recluse or homeless person living off-grid. So what do you see an eerie legend come to life, or something more explainable? 4 friends ventured into the heart of a dense forest, drawn once again to a crumbling, long-abandoned castle, a place where, on a past visit, strange and chilling events had already shaken them. But this time, they came prepared. Flashlights in hand, cameras rolling, and a cross tucked into a backpack, just in case. The moment they crossed the threshold, everything changed. The air turned heavy, almost suffocating, pressing down on their chests. Goosebumps raced across their skin as a cold shiver snaked down each spine. They laughed it off at first, nervous jokes masking the growing tension, but something was undeniably wrong. As they explored the dark, echoing halls, the atmosphere thickened. Their unease turned to dread. Later, while reviewing the stairwell footage, they spotted what they'd missed in the moment. A shadowy figure lurking just beyond the corner, watching. Still, they pressed on, determined to reach the attic. That's when the whispers began. A woman's voice, soft and clear, drifting through the air like it was meant only for them. Shaken but alive, they made their way back to the car, only to glance back one final time. And there, staring from an attic window, were glowing yellow eyes, horned, unblinking, and burning through the darkness. They ran, fast. None of them have ever returned. And to this day, they still wonder, what did they really see in that castle? While wandering through the lonely backroads of West Texas, a man stumbled upon a sight that sent chills down his spine. In the distance, standing dead still on a deserted lease road, was a mysterious figure draped in a long white gown. Something about it felt deeply wrong, unnatural. As he cautiously approached, the figure vanished right before his eyes, dissolving into the air without a trace. It wasn't a statue. It wasn't a person. So what was it? While out walking his dog in the remote Appalachian woods near his home, a Reddit user stumbled upon something deeply unsettling. Driven by curiosity, he brought it back with him, but the stench was unbearable, and he quickly tossed it before his dog could get too close. Probably a wise move, because whatever it was didn't just smell foul, it looked evil. Was it some form of witchcraft, or something even darker? A few years back, a Reddit user took a peaceful solo stroll along the beach under the glow of a full moon. The night felt calm, serene, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But just recently, while revisiting a photo from that evening, they spotted something chilling. In the bottom right corner of the image lurked a dark, humanoid figure. The user swears no one else was nearby. Still, as unsettling as it is, there's always that slim chance it was just another person, right? A group of fishermen were stunned when they discovered a man calmly perched on a small floating patch in the middle of the ocean off the coast of Belize. Despite being stranded in a life-or-death situation, he radiated an eerie sense of calm as if he had all the time in the world. There were no signs of panic, no cries for help, just quiet composure in the face of danger. How he ended up there remains a mystery, but his surreal stillness is what truly left everyone speechless. Thankfully, rescuers reached him in time and brought him back to safety. But one question lingers. Who was this man? A family was enjoying a peaceful day by the shore, snapping a photo of their daughter to capture the moment. But when they looked at the picture, something was off. Behind her stood a strange, pitch-black shadow, unnaturally dark, with no clear source and nothing nearby that could have cast it. It wasn't just eerie, it felt wrong. A camera glitch? Or something far more unsettling? Back in 2022, a Reddit user posted a chilling photo from a fog-covered beach in Cape Cod. The image captured what looked like a figure rising straight out of the misty ocean and into the sky. It wasn't just fog or a weird lighting effect. It looked human, almost supernatural, too clear to be a coincidence. So what was it? A trick of the light, pareidolia, or something else entirely? During a chilling paranormal investigation at one of the most infamous haunted sites, something truly unsettling occurred. Out of nowhere, a metal rod levitated into the air, then crashed to the floor. It happened just behind the medium, sending a wave of shock through the entire team. Without wasting a second, they raced upstairs to check the footage, eager to uncover the truth. Was it just coincidence, or had a spirit just revealed itself? While out on a trip, this man checked his trail camera and what he found was chilling. For 3 nights straight, a tall, thin white figure appeared in the footage. The strangest part? The dogs didn't react at all. No barking, no growling, nothing. If it were a person or even an animal, wouldn't they have gone crazy? There was no pole, no tree, nothing that could have cast such a shape. So what was it? Paranormal activity or just an eerie trick of the light? You decide. While hiking through the eerie silence of Bell Island, Newfoundland, a place known for its long-abandoned iron ore mines, a traveler captured a series of photos. At first glance, everything looked normal, but later, one image brought them to a dead stop. In the frame stood a mysterious figure, appearing to wear an old miner's helmet, light and all. It wasn't a blur, it wasn't a bug, and according to the hiker, they were completely alone when the photo was taken. Could it have been another visitor hidden from view? A trick of sunlight through the trees? Or something else entirely, something that never left the mines? There's no second photo to double-check. No way to go back. Just that lingering, skin-prickling feeling that whatever it was, it didn't want to be forgotten. If you liked that video, make sure to check out the Dare to Watch YouTube channel, where we have tons of videos just like this. And if you want to see our latest scary hiking encounters, make sure to click subscribe so you'll get notifications.